Welcome to our channel, FC Sportsman. Today, we're here to discuss something that's been on everyone's minds. The fate of some big-name coaches who might be facing a bumpy ride. This season, we've seen clubs showing a bit more patience, but you just can't help but wonder how long it'll last. So, let's grab a cup of tea and have a friendly chat about Mauricio Pochettino at Chelsea, Erik ten Hag at Manchester United, Vincent Kompany at Burnley, Thomas Tuchel at Bayern Munich, and even beloved Xavi Hernandez at Barcelona. Now, Pochettino's journey at Chelsea hasn't been quite as smooth as expected. Despite having all the support and talented players, the team's mid-table position is causing some concern. And per Ten Hag, Manchester United's struggles have left fans scratching their heads. With disappointing Champions League results and a lackluster Premier League form, things aren't looking great. Let's not forget Kompany and his attacking approach at Burnley. While it's admirable, the results haven't followed suit, leaving the team fighting relegation. Tough times indeed. Speaking of high standards, Tuchel finds himself under scrutiny at Bayern Munich. Sure, he won the league last season, but it's clear they're aiming for more. Some unexpected defeats and questionable performances have raised eyebrows. And last but not least, our dear Xavi at Barcelona. As a legend, he carries immense expectations, and this season's performances have left fans wanting more. The pressure is on, but will his talent and potential save the day? Now let's look at them closely. Firstly, Mauricio Pochettino. Of course, it shouldn't come as a surprise to anybody to see him here. When Chelsea appointed him over the summer, he was meant to be the guy to take them from being a mid-table club back into the top four. They even supported him by getting him all the players he needed. But it's safe to say that the season is not going according to plan. Sure, they avoided defeats against the top teams like Liverpool, City, and Arsenal, but they tend to drop points against the weaker teams. Now, with the season halfway done, Chelsea still find themselves firmly around mid-table, and Chelsea looks set to miss out on the European places again. And you just suspect that Pochettino is running out of time, and he's probably going to be the first big manager to get sacked. But if Pochettino doesn't get sacked first, this next guy might just be the first to get kicked out. Erik ten Hag. And you already know why, don't you? Well, just like Chelsea, Manchester United have had a poor season so far. Despite signing new players over the summer, Manchester United have somehow found a way to look worse this season. In the Champions League, they finished last in a group and had Galatasaray and FC Copenhagen in it. Pretty wild, right? And to make things worse, their Premier League form isn't any better. And yeah, it's quite easy to blame Onana's mistakes for it. Let's be real, it's not his fault alone. On most days, they tend to play like a poorly coached team with no clear pattern. And of course, you just know that can only be the fault of one person, the coach. And with rumors flying around about Manchester United keeping an eye on Graham Potter, you just get the feeling that Ten Hag might be expecting that sack letter anytime soon. Now, from one bald coach to another. But first, please don't forget to like this video and of course subscribe. Back to business, Vincent Kompany might also be getting the sack pretty soon. Sure, he did a brilliant job last season to help Burnley gain promotion while playing beautiful football. But this season has been an entirely different story. Sure, Burnley have stuck with the attacking style of play, but that has not translated into great results. Matter of fact, Burnley find themselves firmly stuck in the relegation zone and don't seem like they'll be getting any time soon. Of course, don't be surprised if Burnley go for one of the legendary defensive coaches over the next few weeks. Take a look at Bayern Munich, for example. They have Thomas Tuchel as their coach, yet since his appointment last season, Bayern have still not reached the level they want. Yeah, sure, he won the league last season, but we all know it was just because Dortmund bottled it at the end. And although they have won most of their games this season, they have also suffered some embarrassing defeats. Their performances have also been questionable at times. Bayern Munich, known for winning countless trophies domestically, has been knocked out of DFB Pokal by a third division team. Of course, many clubs wouldn't really see a problem with his performance so far, but this is Bayern Munich. These guys have entirely different standards. So if Tuchel keeps this up, you just suspect that he might get the sack soon. Now, this next guy will surely surprise you. He is Barcelona's legend and coach, Xavi Hernandez. His job seems to be under threat too. Barcelona's performances this season have been quite questionable, to say the least. In the Champions League, they barely managed to top their group. And in the La Liga, they find themselves lagging in the title race. He is also getting the heat for starting Lewandowski match after match, even after his poor outings. And although Xavi guided them to the La Liga title last season, it turns out that isn't enough to protect his job this season. And now many fans are calling for his head already. Pretty surprising, right? Of course, he's a young coach and their legend. So you get the feeling that they'll give him time to turn things around. Plus, he also seems like he'll be a world-class manager someday, so Barca might just be really scared to potentially lose such a talent. But do you think Barca will sack their legend, Xavi? And which manager do you think will get sacked first? Do go ahead and let us know in the comments section. While you're at it, kindly give this video a like and share it with your friends. Also, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications to get more cool videos like this. We hope to see you next time.